In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
The views and opinions expressed on Geekfather are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised. This is for the parents and not for the kiddies.
Geekfire!
Can you try one more time? Say no. Geekfather real loud.
Geekfire way loud! I just did it.
Welcome to another episode of the Geekfathers. Tonight we have a very special Minisode. I have on with me again the Dragonmaster herself. Say hi.
Hi, I'm on every Minisode. So instead of Minisode, it should be called Dragonmaster Sode.
Maybe when you get your own podcast. Are you happy to be on?
Yeah.
Yeah? You excited about this?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about tonight?
SweetTooth, which, just so you know, I recommended to him.
You did recommend that to me.
And then a couple weeks later, his work told him to watch it.
Well, not
your podcast.
Yes, the Geeks Under the Influence Network, the flagship episode for Geeks Under the Influence, we did SweetTooth, and it was because of my little girl that I decided to watch it and was able to be a part of that episode. And so I understand that I gave her the option tonight so she could talk about anything she wants, and she would love to talk about SweetTooth.
You're lucky I didn't choose Roblox. We'd be talking about that for hours.
Oh, I'm sure we would. And every single pet that you can create.
No, every single pet I have. Let's see. Fire the Golden Dragon. Are perfect no matter how they are, what they are.
Or how they're born.
Yeah. Like in the show SweetTooth, basically it's about a virus. And after or before the virus, people still don't know which one came first. These hybrids were born. Were basically either half human, half animal.
At the same time, a pandemic was taking over the world.
Yes. For this virus that just kept killing people. Like, it was incurable. Mm-hmm. I think they made it based on Corona.
Well, I think there was a comic book out long before that, but it definitely falls along the same lines of what we've experienced over the past year and a half.
Maybe that's why they published it now.
It could have been. It definitely could have been. I thought it was fantastic. So you liked it. You liked it mostly because it really.
I liked the action.
You like the action? Well, I know that you really liked how it showed that just because somebody's different, that doesn't mean anything. It's what's in their heart and how they affect the world around them, right?
And know what else I learned?
What?
I learned that if somebody's mean to you, apparently somebody's mean to you, or if they're mean to you about what you are, you attack them. Because that's half of what they did in the show.
No, you don't attack them.
Somebody tried to kill somebody, and then somebody died.
Well,
that's what happened half the show, at least all the parts that had big guy in it.
Well, you might have missed some stuff there, Dragonmaster. Well,
I'll miss nothing.
From an adult point of view, I agree with you. I love that it showcased that just because somebody is born different doesn't mean that they're not just as important or worthwhile than anyone else.
And if you have a problem with that, you're getting a beat down.
Well, maybe if you're a jerk about it and you treat people badly because they're different than you, then maybe you deserve a slap.
Hey guys, it's the Floppy Nugget. We have my dog, the Floppy Nugget.
The Aurora.
Yeah, we call her Floppy Nugget because of her ears. She's a Jack Russell Beagle hybrid, so you could just imagine those flappy ears.
So who was your favorite character in Sweet Tooth?
At first it was Tiger, but then she ended up being a bad guy, so Bear.
Bear. Yeah.
I also like Pigtails. She's
Oh
cute.
yeah, she's cute and she was strong.
Yeah, and she also ended up being Bear's little sister. Remember?
You know, I watched that Dragonmaster. It kind of reminded me of you because she was really strong. She was really stubborn.
I'm holding his mouth.
No, she was really strong. She was really stubborn.
You got me on that part.
But she had a huge heart, and she cared about, really any living being that was just trying to exist in the world. During that show, who would
Bear.
you be? You'd be Bear?
Bear all the way.
Bear is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
She's a tough lady. And she went through a lot of pain and heartache to get to where she was. Her character did.
And she knew how to give somebody a beat down. I'm sorry, I'm not letting that go.
So, aside from the showing how people who are just born different are just that, they're just people alive, what is something you loved most about the show?
Honestly, like, what do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that.
As a young double digit young lady.
Oh yeah, my birthday was the 28th of June, so.
Yes, it was.
I had to point that out.
So you are now.
You knew we weren't going to go through this episode without me pointing that out.
Well, you're now in the double digits. There, kiddo.
I'm not doing a TikTok dance.
So when you watched Sweet Tooth, did something stand out for you that made you feel good, that made you feel bad, that made you feel angry, that you didn't understand? Just whatever comes to mind.
There's nothing that I didn't understand, but I did honestly like the truth in it.
Oh yeah? The truth behind what?
Not like truth. I don't know. There's just one part I like that I honestly said the whole thing. So you remember that episode? Remember they burned that person because he had that virus?
Mm-hmm.
And she had the virus. And it's funny when he said, no, this neighbor, this community, and he did the bunny ears. This is why I did. This community is built off of hatred and assumptions. And everybody thinking that somebody's a murder device because they have sickness, so you're going to kill them instead of helping them. And I just thought that was funny where he said, no, this neighborhood is not built on trust, it's built by assumptions. And I thought that's funny because I kept saying that.
Well, that does showcase
My face is so itchy.
That does showcase a specific lesson, and that is a lot of people react out of fear. They're afraid of something. They don't understand it. They're not sure about it, but they're afraid. And oftentimes human beings can do pretty not so nice things.
Flappy Nuggets doing tap dancing.
Based on fear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you ever been afraid of something you didn't understand, and then when you found out or learned about it, you felt much better?
Honestly, there were some times that I didn't.
No, never? You've never been afraid of something you didn't understand until you understood it, and then you were okay with it?
No, I never said that. I said sometimes I was scared of something, but once I understood it, I wasn't okay with it still.
You weren't okay with it?
Instead of building me up, it actually broke me down a little bit more.
Oh, okay. So once you learned about it, the thing that you were afraid of...
It kind of broke me down because the thing that I was afraid of my pillow, I cried, and then I punched my punching pad more, and then I finally sweet tooth the situation.
And then you sweet tooth the situation where you found some hope through it and moved on?
Like, this much.
Well, I know we can't all be like Sweet Tooth. You know, he's like that little kid in the show is the epitome of hope.
And if you guys are wondering who Sweet Tooth is, that's what Big Guy calls him. I'm only calling him Big Guy because I forgot his name, and that's what Sweet Tooth calls him.
They call him Big Man.
Yeah. And SweetTooth's actual name is Gus, and he's a hybrid. Expect some sadness. I'm gonna do a quick spoiler alert, so you might want to fast forward through this if you don't want any spoilers. But actually, at the end, he finds out that he doesn't have a mom or a dad. He was created by science, like he was scientifically made. He was once a baby, and then he was a hybrid.
Yeah, he was born that. He was created in a lab.
Yeah, so honestly, I guess you could say he wasn't really born. The thing I'm wondering is, how did they, what I'm wondering is, if he was created in the lab, and he was a baby, right? How did, everyone, like all the other hybrids born, were they created in the lab too? Because people are saying, well, this is my kid. So if he was created in the lab, what caused all the other man? Big Man had the nerve to walk away from his baby. In the episode where he tells how he walked away from his wife and from his child, all because his child was a hybrid, that he even had the nerve to walk away from him.
Well, he did have that thought.
But then he went back. But you know what? All because of that thought. I don't know what. If he didn't walk away, maybe his child would still be there. And his wife was gone too.
Child. In the next season.
He needs his child, but I'm not expecting the child to be nice. He had the nerve to walk away.
Is there anything that you think you learned from SweetTooth that you can take into the real world as you grow up? I mean, you're double digits now, so it's time to start, thinking that way. There's nothing that you can learn from the show that you can take onto the world?
I know.
Maybe how to treat people?
I know.
Nobody can see, but she's raising her hand. What? You're so excited. What?
I'm like putting my finger up like, I know. Like when you guys know, like when you really know that question class, you're like standing up like, me. I've honestly done that before, and then I remember that my camera was off and go.
Oh, poop.
Alright, well, I learned that people are more judgy than I thought.
Then you realize, yeah. There's a lot of people out there like that. They judge people based on how they look or how they dress or how they speak. Even how they act when it's something that's not their fault or don't have control over.
I am so sorry, but I have to point this out. Did you hear Floppy Nugget tap dancing?
She was a happy dog.
She was a happy
dog. It was a happy dog. She was. Can you imagine if Aurora was like a half human, half Aurora?
That would be total chaos.
Yes.
If she had hands, that'd be like chaos. She's already destroying things. Next thing you need is for her to be able to get onto counters and throw candles.
All we would ever hear, Dragonmaster, is the 3 Ps. I gotta poop. I gotta pee. I want to play.
No, she'd also... No, and you'll also have the 3 Fs. Then you also have 3 Fs.
Oh, what's the 3 Fs? I'm curious.
That we always make fun of her for.
Farting?
Farting.
Fainting? No, she doesn't faint.
Fat.
She's a fatty. She does like she overeats. It's not a glandular problem. It's not anything like that. She definitely overeats.
She does it on purpose.
And
when she overeats, the 3rd F, she goes to us. She pretends like there's nothing there, and she goes to us and says, "Feed me." Right after we already gave her like 3 bowls, she pretends like
she farts, she feeds, she asks for more food.
Like she'll act like we never gave her any food, like 2.1 seconds or less. We'll come back. She's staring at us. She's staring at us.
She is. If people listening to this could see our little Beagle Jack Russell mix is just completely judging us with her adorable sad face.
Oh, you missed it. She got snaggled too.
All right, Dragonmaster, I have a question for you. If you could be a hybrid like something in SweetTooth, what animal would you be mixed with? And why?
A red fox, because they're my favorite animal.
Okay. All right. Red fox. That would be cool. How would that look? Do you think you'd have the stripe down like your hair or your head? And then the tail?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind having red hair and stuff because red is my favorite color.
Right.
So I would imagine myself to have short hair like Black Widow, like the red hair, the short curly red hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then have like blonde like white highlights. And then I'd probably have the ears. I want the fluffy ears. I'd have the fluffy ears and the fluffy tail. And yeah, that's all.
That's what you would be?
And I'd also have the eyes. Probably. I'm sorry,
Daddy Bear, Smash Bear?
Yeah, we call him Daddy Bear here. But if you guys were he used to snore like crazy. If you guys were here, me and Mommy would wake up saying, "There's the bear." And also when he's cranky, we call you Bear. So yeah, you'd be a bear hybrid.
I can be a cranky bear sometimes. You think I'd be a bear? You know what I'd really like to be? A gorilla.
If you're a gorilla, that'd be total chaos.
Well, I would still be somewhat shaped the same, but I would have the strength of a gorilla and then the body hair to keep me warm in the winter.
Ew. You're forgetting like the plaid chest. Like gorillas have like their chest isn't covered in hair. It's like plaid. It looks like plaid chest.
It's not plaid.
Not plaid.
It's skin.
Like,
it's
pleather. It looks like pleather.
It does look like pleather. It does look like pleather.
Not plaid, pleather.
But it's just really thick skin. They're tough. Gorillas are some of the toughest. I think I'd be mixed with a silverback gorilla. That's what I would like.
I feel like a gorilla would snap you in half with their knee if you were to punch them.
I'm pretty sure a gorilla could take any normal human. That's for sure. On any given day. There's not too many people in this world that could fight a gorilla hand to hand and win. Maybe.
Think about what would happen if King Kong was real. Chaos!
If King Kong was real,
I have an obsession with the word chaos.
Yeah, we would have a bigger than SweetTooth type destruction in this world, just like we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong.
Awesome! My favorite movie ever. I think it's better than Kong. Even though I haven't seen Kong, I bet you it's better than Kong.
And we want to give a shout out to him because he passed away.
Aww, that's sad. Let's take a minute of peace.
Yeah, moment of silence for Richard Donner. Now we are back, and I will. And kiddo, I can't wait because soon enough, I am going to show you one of his great masterpieces, the first Superman with Christopher Reeve, who's one of my personal heroes in life.
The first Superman I ever saw in my whole life was Man of Steel.
Well, Man of Steel is pretty great.
It's awesome.
Or on side of the humans who fear the hybrids.
The hybrids all together.
And why is that?
Because they're better, they're stronger, and they have some common sense. And the heart.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Is
you made me say that.
They have compassion, right? They have heart.
He made me say that. He pointed to the heart and said,
"You're a little tattletale."
Thank you.
You're telling the whole audience everything that's going on behind the scenes.
Not everything.
No, not everything. But I will say that is going to come to that's going to bring this all to an end. We are at the end of our Minisode this time, Dragonmaster, and I can't wait for the next time we come back. Look out for some other stuff that we're doing. We're definitely looking at maybe putting.
So can we do Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, look forward to that.
We're gonna look at putting out some cool little ASMR videos.
Yeah, we're gonna do ASMR, and on every Friday, if those go well, and every Friday we're gonna do
awesome. A lot of great shirts and a lot of great designs. Some new designs.
I'm your daughter. I want merch.
You have a few pieces of merch.
They're yours, and I stole them from your closet.
Oh wow, no. Well, we'll get you something. We'll get you a nice Geekfather beanie.
I want it black. It has to be black.
Even
Aurora?
Even Aurora. We're gonna get Aurora sweater. Check it out. Again, check out all the other podcasts from the GUI network. Thank you very much for listening, and as always, join us or cry.
That's funny.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
GUIPodcast.com.